You won't believe the heartwarming story I have to share with you today. It all started when volunteers from a local animal shelter were out doing their rounds. They came across a heartbreaking sight, a dog thin as a rail and clearly very sick, lying helplessly on the sidewalk. His fur was a matted mess, his bones stuck out from his skin, and his eyes, they just looked so sad and defeated. The volunteers couldn't just walk away. They gently picked him up and brought him back to the shelter. They named him Rocky. As they cleaned him up and tended to his wounds, they couldn't help but feel that Rocky needed more than just medical care. He needed a home and someone to love him. So they decided to share Rocky's story on social media. They posted a photo of Rocky with a heartfelt plea. "This is Rocky. He's been through a lot, but he deserves a second chance. Can you be the one to give it to him?" The post got shared a lot, but the responses weren't what they hoped for. People were sympathetic, but no one seemed ready to take Rocky home. Days turned into weeks, and the volunteers began to worry that finding a new home for Rocky might be impossible. But then, just when it seemed like all hope was lost, the shelter got a phone call. On the other end was a woman whose voice was trembling with emotion. She explained that she had lost her dog a few years ago and had been heartbroken ever since. When she saw Rocky's photo online, she couldn't believe her eyes. He looked just like her missing dog. The shelter staff were a bit skeptical, but decided to set up a meeting anyway. On the day of the meeting, the woman arrived, and you could see how nervous and hopeful she was. When the volunteers brought Rocky into the room, something magical happened. Rocky stopped in his tracks the moment he saw her. His eyes got wide, and for a second, it was like time stood still. Then suddenly, Rocky ran towards her with all the energy he could muster, his tail wagging like crazy. He jumped into her arms and started licking her face with so much joy. The woman burst into tears, hugging him tightly and calling his name. "Max, Max, is it really you?" The dog's previous name was Max. There wasn't a dry eye in the room. The volunteers watched, teary-eyed, as this incredible reunion unfolded before them. Max and the woman had found each other again after all these years. It was as if no time had passed at all. This story isn't just a happy ending, it's a beautiful reminder of hope and love. Max, who seemed destined for a life of suffering, got his miracle. He and his owner walked out of the shelter together, ready to make up for lost time. So if you ever feel like giving up, remember Rocky's story. Miracles do happen, and sometimes, just when you least expect it, life can surprise you in the most wonderful ways. If this video brought a smile to your face, please leave your thoughts in the comments section and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.